All right, Fishaholics, welcome back. Today we decided to throw on the waders, do some wade fishing. What is that? Oh my God, there's a dead boar or wild pig right there. That is crazy. I've never seen anything like that, especially in the marsh. I've seen dead deer and stuff like that, but wow, that is a big animal. But yeah, we were heading down along the river about a quarter mile. We've got a low tide right now, and I'm walking through the grass because right here it's like super thick mud. So we get down a little bit further, I think it'll be more oysters right along the water's edge, and hopefully we'll be able to get there a little bit quicker. And I'm really trying to find some reds today that are concentrated in a little creek. So wish me luck, stay tuned. I will pick things back up once we get closer to where we're gonna be fishing. Oh, check this out. Little dead baby red. It's crab bait now. I don't know if we're off to a good start or not, but dead boar, dead red. Today might just not be our day. We'll have to find out. All right, just made it to our first spot here. I've got this little Berkeley power bait, like split tail minnow on to start. Real shallow water right now because how low this tide is, so I'm trying to creep up to this little creek with a little bit of stealth so we don't spook anything. So last time I fished here, there was a lot of real tiny bait in here, so that's why we're starting with this little soft plastic. Oh, just saw something flash right down there. Could have been a mullet. Doesn't seem like much here. I'm gonna try moving down to like that little grassy point. Oh. Oh my gosh, really thick mud. Ooh, this looks really good. Nice deep little hole right here in the bend of the creek. Come on, fish. Come on. There's one. Woo! That came out of nowhere. Took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take to get our first bite. A nice little red. I actually saw him cruise in and just slurp it right off the bottom. Oh, it's a pretty one. Real pretty one. Kind of hard to see his turquoise tail because of the mud, but really sweet. Ate that little Berkeley power bait, soft split tail minnow. Had to come up the creek a little bit to find a nice place to throw him back so we won't spook any other fish in here. There he goes. Whew. So he came out of like this little deep little pocket that's right on the bend here in the creek. Whew. Pretty sweet, broke the ice. And now let's try climbing back up in here. All right, pretty sweet. Oh, fun little fight on this light tackle. Set up and I'm stuck in the mud right now. Oh gosh, this stuff is really thick. Like, look at that. But to be honest, before we got to this spot, I did throw up the drone and fly it over this creek, and I only saw like 2 or 3 fish in here, and they could have been, you know, larger size mullet. I really wasn't sure if they were reds because they were hanging in like the deeper part of the creek. But it's cool. We got that one red. We'll try for like a little bit longer, see if there's another one, and then I'm thinking we might hop onto the main river and start working our way back. But I'm using a real light setup, 15-pound fluoro. This little, I believe this is like 1/8 ounce jig head on this little bait, and got the dark matter medium power fast action spinning rod, 2000 Evict. Real light and fun stuff for these little reds. Okay, let's see if we can get his brother now. I tried to be as stealthy as possible, like landing that fish and releasing him. So if there's any more that are sitting right where that one was, there's a possibility we can get them to bite too. Another one. Boom. The guy slurped it right up off the bottom. That was so cool. Real pretty one again. This one's a little bit redder and muddier. What's up, buddy? Look at that. Muddy old little red. All right, well, that seemed to work. Releasing that first one over here. This is a pretty one. Give him a little rinse to show you guys again. Got 4 spots, 2 on each side. That's pretty cool. All right, unfortunately, just the 2 little reds out of this creek here. But to be honest, when I had the drone in the sky looking down, I probably only saw like 2 or 3, maybe 4 fish in here, which were reds possibly, and we caught 2, so that's pretty good in my book. But what I want to do now is switch up our presentation just slightly, and maybe hit this dock over there, hit like another dock on the way back, and another creek that I've never fished before. Got a guy kayaking over here on this dock. Yeah, and we'll just explore around and see what happens. We'll probably end up throwing this back on once we get to the other creek, but the main river is going to be just a little bit deeper, more current. So we're going to throw on this jig. I believe this is a 3/8 ounce jig head with a little Z-Man swim bait. All right, good to go. Nice little bit of current going by these pilings. Let's try and whip a cast right underneath that little like bridge, a little short. All right, unfortunately we ended up breaking off on something along this dock, no bites, so we are gonna start working our way back. I didn't really plan on doing a whole lot of dock fishing today. I just pretty much wanted to focus on the creeks, but you know, how else are you gonna learn something new unless you try fishing these docks? Because I've never fished them before and they look good. So there could be, you know, flounder, trout, or reds hanging on these pilings. Oh, just spotted a red. Nice red. Oh man, dang, that was a nice fish. He was sitting like right on the edge of the sod bank. There's a little bit of oysters right here. I'm gonna just try and creep forward just a little bit more. If there's one here, maybe there'll be another that we don't spook and we'll get a good cast on at and hopefully get him to eat. All right, well, we're back at the truck. fishing mission kind of accomplished. We didn't get skunked today. Found a few fish, and that was a workout. You know, we probably went down about a half a mile actually, and trekking through all that like thick, marshy mud. In some spots, like it was going up almost all the way to my knees. So it took a lot of effort just to take every single step, but it was so totally worth it. Did end up seeing one like more red that was maybe a little bit bigger than what we caught on the main river on our way back, but you know, I checked like 4 or 5 spots that were similar to where we saw that one, didn't see anything. So then of course the last spot we rolled up on, that fish was sitting like 2 feet off of the sod bank, and I like no shot. As soon as I saw him, he saw me, and he took off. And I spent a lot of time like fishing around that same area. He was kind of holding like on the inside of an oyster bar, and then like right next to the sod bank, and nothing else was there. But all in all, great outing. I'm content with what I caught. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to keep up to date. And coming up pretty soon, I'm getting the itch and urge now to get down to Florida. So I'm going to start putting the pieces together and see if we can make that happen. So stay tuned. And like always, live to fish, fish to live.